Have you ever noticed how your body seems to respond differently to things as you get older? Maybe it's a little more stiffness in the morning, or your joints ache after a walk that never used to bother you. Or perhaps you're feeling just a bit more sluggish than you used to, even though you're getting a full night's sleep. If any of that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Aging is natural, but the good news is, feeling old doesn't have to be. See, a lot of what we think of as just getting older is actually tied to something going on inside the body, inflammation. Now I'm not talking about the kind of inflammation you get from a twisted ankle or a cut that needs healing. I mean the quiet, chronic kind. The kind that simmers under the surface and, over time, can lead to fatigue, joint pain, memory issues, and even serious conditions like heart disease or diabetes. The kind that slowly chips away at your energy and your quality of life without you even realizing it. But here's the really encouraging part. One of the most powerful tools to fight inflammation doesn't come from a pharmacy, it comes from your kitchen. And you don't need to go on a strict diet or overhaul everything you eat. You just need to start including a few specific foods that work with your body, not against it. So today, we're going to talk about 6 amazing foods that can help calm inflammation, support your joints and heart, and keep you feeling energized and sharp. These are especially helpful for those of us over 60, because let's face it, our bodies have been through a lot, and they deserve a little extra support. Let's start with one of the most well-loved and easy-to-find ingredients, berries. Yes, the kind you might sprinkle on your cereal or enjoy in a smoothie. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, they're not just sweet little treats. These tiny fruits are packed with antioxidants, especially one called anthocyanin, which gives berries their rich, vibrant colors. But it does more than just look pretty, it helps reduce inflammation throughout the body, particularly in the brain and joints. You might be surprised how effective berries can be. In fact, researchers have found that regular berry consumption can improve memory in older adults, reduce stiffness in the knees, and even lower blood pressure. And here's the best part, you don't need a bucketful. Just half a cup a day, fresh or frozen, is enough to make a difference. Toss them in your oatmeal, mix them into some plain yogurt, or even eat them as an afternoon snack. They're sweet, satisfying, and doing good things for you with every bite. Now, while berries are working to calm things down in your body, let's talk about something warm and grounding, turmeric. If you've ever eaten a curry dish, you've had turmeric. It's a bright yellow spice often used in Indian cooking, and it's been used for centuries as a natural remedy for everything from arthritis to digestion. But now, science is catching up to what many traditional cultures have known for years. Turmeric, or more specifically its active compound called curcumin, has powerful anti-inflammatory effects. This little spice can help ease joint pain, reduce swelling, and even support your brain as you age. But here's the trick, curcumin isn't very well absorbed on its own. You need to pair it with a bit of black pepper, which contains a compound called piperine. That can boost absorption by up to 2,000%. So if you're adding turmeric to your eggs, soups, or smoothies, don't forget that little sprinkle of black pepper to really get the benefits. Or you can even find turmeric supplements with black pepper already included if that's easier for you. And don't worry, you don't need to start cooking elaborate meals. A little turmeric stirred into warm milk with a bit of honey and cinnamon makes a soothing, anti-inflammatory drink that feels like a warm hug before bed. It's called golden milk, and once you try it, you might just look forward to making it part of your nightly routine. So now we've talked about the sweet little berries and the golden power of turmeric, let's bring in something hearty and comforting, leafy greens. Now, I know spinach and kale might not sound exciting at first, but hear me out. These greens are full of vitamins, minerals, and, most importantly for inflammation, plant-based compounds that calm the immune system and help your cells repair themselves. Greens like spinach, kale, collards, and even Swiss chard contain high amounts of vitamin K, which plays a huge role in reducing inflammatory markers in the body. They're also rich in fiber, which helps support a healthy gut, and a healthy gut is crucial when it comes to fighting inflammation. The good news is, you don't need to munch on raw kale to get the benefits. Lightly sautéing spinach with a little olive oil and garlic? Delicious. Adding a handful of greens to your morning smoothie? You won't even taste it. And salads don't have to be boring. Try mixing in some apple slices, nuts, or a bit of goat cheese to make them more enjoyable. The idea is to find simple, tasty ways to work these foods into meals you already love. And speaking of olive oil, that's another one we'll get into soon, because it's more powerful than most people realize. But for now, think about how easy it can be to make a few small changes. Half a cup of berries here, a sprinkle of turmeric there, and a handful of greens with dinner. These little adjustments don't just support your health, they make your meals more colorful, flavorful, and enjoyable. You don't have to eat bland food to be healthy. In fact, anti-inflammatory foods tend to be full of flavor, rich in color, and deeply satisfying. And the best part? Your body knows exactly what to do with them. Now that we've talked about berries, turmeric, and leafy greens, let's keep the momentum going. There are still a few more delicious, healing foods I want to share with you. And one of those foods might already be in your pantry. I'm talking about olive oil. Not just any olive oil, though. We're looking for extra virgin olive oil, the good stuff. The kind that's rich in flavor, has that slightly peppery taste, and is packed with powerful antioxidants that can help reduce inflammation in the body. Now, I know olive oil might seem simple, but don't underestimate it. This golden liquid is a big reason why the Mediterranean diet is so often praised for helping people live longer, healthier lives. One of the key compounds in olive oil is called oleocanthal. It's a natural anti-inflammatory that actually works in a similar way to ibuprofen, the over-the-counter pain reliever. Except olive oil comes without the side effects, and it tastes amazing. A drizzle over your salad, a spoonful on roasted vegetables, or even a splash in your morning eggs, it's such an easy swap to make. And if you've been cooking with vegetable oils or margarine, switching to olive oil can be a gentle but powerful shift toward better joint health and a happier heart. Now, while olive oil works wonders, especially for your heart and joints, let's bring in another type of food that can really help soothe the body from the inside out: fatty fish. I know fish isn't everyone's favorite, but if you can find one or two types you enjoy, your body will thank you. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, and trout are full of omega-3 fatty acids. These are healthy fats that help reduce inflammation throughout the body, especially in your joints, your brain, and even your skin. In fact, many studies show that people who eat fatty fish regularly have lower levels of inflammatory markers, fewer aches and pains, and better mental clarity as they age. I totally get that cooking fish can feel a little intimidating if you're not used to it. But it doesn't have to be complicated. A piece of salmon baked with lemon and herbs takes less than 20 minutes in the oven. Sardines can be eaten right out of the can, on whole grain toast with a squeeze of lemon and some chopped onion. It's a simple and surprisingly tasty lunch. If the flavor's a bit strong at first, try blending some into a pasta sauce or tossing it into a salad with a creamy dressing. You might be surprised how easy it is to make it work for your taste. And if fish really isn't your thing, you can still get omega-3s from flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. They're not quite as strong as fish oil, but they're still helpful and easy to sprinkle into your meals. A handful of walnuts with your afternoon tea, or a spoonful of flaxseed in your smoothie, it's those small habits that add up to big benefits. Now let's round things out with something a little spicy, literally. Ginger. It's a root that's been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine, and for good reason. Ginger has powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, and it's especially helpful for easing joint pain and improving digestion. And you don't need a lot of it to feel the effects. Just a small amount, fresh, powdered, or even in tea, can help soothe your body. If you've ever had ginger tea when your stomach was upset, you already know how calming it can be. But it goes further than that. Ginger can help reduce the kind of inflammation that contributes to arthritis, muscle stiffness, and even age-related chronic conditions. You can grate some fresh ginger into a stir-fry, add it to your morning tea with lemon, or blend a little into a smoothie. Even ginger powder works wonders. Just make sure to start small, especially if you're new to the flavor. It's warming, energizing, and a wonderful way to give your meals, and your health, a little extra kick. So let's take a moment here. Berries, turmeric, leafy greens, olive oil, fatty fish, and ginger. 6 everyday foods, all easily available, all incredibly powerful when it comes to reducing inflammation and supporting healthy aging. But here's the thing, it's not about being perfect. It's not about overhauling your entire diet overnight or never having a treat again. It's about adding these good things in, one small choice at a time. Because the truth is, food is medicine, but only if we eat it regularly. And when you start making even small adjustments, like swapping out a heavy dressing for olive oil and lemon, or reaching for berries instead of cookies, your body starts to notice. Your joints feel a little looser, your energy lasts a little longer, and that foggy feeling starts to lift. And listen, I know change can feel overwhelming, especially when life already has its routines. But think of it like this, these foods aren't just helping you live longer, they're helping you live better. More walks without pain. More laughter without exhaustion. More moments that feel like you again. And if you ever feel discouraged or unsure where to start, just pick one food from the list and make it part of your week. That's it. One choice. Add some berries to your breakfast. Make a warm turmeric tea at night. Grill some salmon with dinner. These small acts are like little gifts you give to your future self. Because you deserve to feel good in your body. You deserve energy, comfort, clarity, and ease. And it's never, ever too late to start making that happen. Now that we've covered those first 5 amazing anti-inflammatory foods, berries, turmeric, leafy greens, olive oil, and fatty fish, let's talk about the final food on our list, which is so simple, yet incredibly powerful. I'm talking about nuts. Specifically, almonds, walnuts, and cashews. These little powerhouses are often overlooked, but they're packed with healthy fats, antioxidants, and protein that are all essential for fighting inflammation. Nuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which, as we've already talked about, are fantastic for reducing inflammation. But they also contain vitamin E, which is a potent antioxidant that helps protect your cells from damage. On top of that, nuts have fiber, which supports digestive health and can even help keep your cholesterol in check. Adding nuts into your diet is incredibly easy. You can snack on a handful of almonds in the afternoon, toss some chopped walnuts into your oatmeal, or even add cashews to a salad or stir-fry for a nice crunch. But here's a little tip, watch your portion size. Nuts are calorie-dense, so a small handful, about 1 ounce or 23 almonds, is all you need to reap the benefits without going overboard. And here's a fun fact, studies have shown that people who eat a small amount of nuts every day actually have a lower risk of heart disease and other chronic conditions. So not only are they great for reducing inflammation, but they're also doing good things for your long-term health. But I get it, sometimes life gets busy, and it feels hard to keep up with everything we're supposed to do to stay healthy. And when it comes to eating well, there's no one-size-fits-all. The trick is to find what works for you, in a way that feels natural and sustainable. Maybe you're a smoothie person, so tossing in some flaxseed and berries is your go-to move. Or maybe you love making a big salad with leafy greens and a drizzle of olive oil. The key is to start small, and take it one step at a time. And that's really the beauty of these anti-inflammatory foods, they're not about making drastic changes or depriving yourself of the things you enjoy. They're about adding in more of what's good for you and finding ways to nourish your body every day. It doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, keeping things simple often leads to the best results. So, let's take a quick look at what we've covered so far. We've talked about how chronic inflammation is one of the main culprits behind the aches, pains, and fatigue that many people experience as they get older. But by choosing foods that naturally reduce inflammation, we can support our joints, our heart, and even our mental health. These 6 foods, berries, turmeric, leafy greens, olive oil, fatty fish, and nuts, are all easy to incorporate into your daily routine and can make a huge difference in how you feel. Remember, it's all about balance. You don't have to eat these foods every single day, but the more you include them, the more your body will benefit. It's like building a foundation for a healthy, active life. And it's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, your body is still ready to heal and thrive. I know sometimes it feels like aging means just accepting certain things, but you don't have to settle for less. You can take charge of your health, one meal at a time. And by eating anti-inflammatory foods, you're making a big investment in your future. Not just in terms of physical health, but in how you feel, how you move, how you think, and how you enjoy life. That's what matters. Now, if you're feeling motivated to start making these small changes today, I'd love to hear how you plan to add these foods to your meals. Are you going to try that golden turmeric milk before bed? Or maybe toss some walnuts into your salad? Whatever it is, take that first step. Even if it's just adding one new food to your diet this week, that's a win. And don't forget, you don't have to do it alone. If you ever need more tips, encouragement, or just someone to chat with about your journey, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel and join our community. Together, we can share what's working, swap recipes, and keep each other motivated. Before I go, I just want to remind you, no matter where you are in life, it's never too late to feel great. Small changes can have a huge impact, and when you start taking care of your body, it rewards you in ways you never expected. So here's to more energy, better joints, a sharper mind, and living your best life, no matter your age. You deserve it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on living your healthiest, happiest life. Here's to making the most of every day, no matter the number on your birthday cake. Take care, and I'll see you next time. And that wraps up the full script. I hope it feels engaging and motivating for your audience. Let me know if you'd like to make any adjustments or have any further requests.